This is everything I made for my family's very small Christmas dinner. I'm an only child, so it was just me, my parents, and my fiance. And whenever it's a small group, I love to sort of go all out and just make an over-the-top meal. So I started the day by making some dinner rolls from scratch. This is the same recipe I used for my Friendsgiving. It's from Sally's Baking Addiction, and it is so delicious and fluffy and honestly pretty easy. Once they're done baking, I always love to brush the top with some honey butter that I just mixed together, some salted butter and some honey. The next thing I got working on was the shrimp cocktail. I have a method that I have on my Substack, and it's very similar to the Serious Eats method, but it's a little bit different. So I start with a brine of baking soda and kosher salt. I let that sit for a little bit, and then I put cold water in a pot with some lemon zest, peppercorns, and salt. And the shrimp comes out so plump and delicious if you start it in cold water and then take it out when the water hits 150 degrees. And then I made a little bit of a cocktail aioli sauce to pair with the shrimp. And then I got started on my steak tartare. I used filet mignon that I let sit in the freezer for about 30 minutes before I got started, which makes it easier to slice, which thank God, because these are not my knives and they were a little bit difficult to work with. I mixed the beef with some shallots, capers, pickles, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and some mayo. I also mixed in some chives and parsley, and I topped the beef tartare with a soy cured egg yolk, and I served that all with some toasted baguette slices, and this, as well as the shrimp cocktail, were sort of our appetizers for the dinner. Then I got going on the creamy braised leeks that were going to be a side dish. This was really simple. I just sliced it into rounds, rinsed them really well, and then seared them on both sides. Then I made a sauce with the shallots, some white wine, heavy cream, salt, nutmeg, and pepper. I poured that sauce over the leeks along with a little bit of fresh thyme, and I let them braise in the pot for a bit before putting them in the oven and topping it with some Parmesan cheese. The main event were king crab legs, which cook super quickly, so I just boiled those at the very end, and then we served that with a garlicky lemon butter sauce. And for dessert, we had Ina Garten's viral brownie pudding with some vanilla ice cream. It was so good.